Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Waylon. Sorry guys, and welcome to Farm. This is Farm Hole, and we go to church to worship Jesus. And they have goats, my Mimi and Paul. I'll show you they have rabbits. And I'm videoing.
Welcome to Henderson Farms and Homestead. Are you girls hungry? Are you? Are you cold? Here we go. Good morning. It is cold in East Tennessee. It was 8 degrees this morning, and I'm out in the barn feeding, and I can't feel my fingers even though I've had gloves on. And we are trying to get the ice broke and get everybody plenty of food, and hopefully the sun is out, so maybe that will make it feel a little warmer than it's supposed to be today. Bless their hearts, guys. I have never seen my goats shiver like these guys were shivering the other morning to come into the barn to eat. Everybody's been taken care of. They all have feed and they're able to access their water. So now we'll get breakfast started, and that way we can get a couple tasks knocked out that we need to do today.
I got brush. You brush it.
First thing on the agenda is trimming some goat hooves, and then cleaning underneath the rabbit cages.
Do that one. You gotta do that one.
I'm going to take all the extra hay and rabbit manure and put it out in the high tunnel. That way the chickens can eat on it, and the manure will help with the garden this year. Just need to thank Kyla. I have to give credit where credit's due because she's great at helping me with these goats. So as you can see, there's nice piles of hay and manure underneath all the rabbit hutches, so we'll get this cleaned up with the wheelbarrow in a minute. So it's time for lunch. We've got some work done this morning, and we are going to make sourdough pizza, and then we'll head out and work on the chicken coop for the Brahmas that we need to get out of the high tunnel. we were really excited when we got this cute little coop from a neighbor, and so we had some extra kennel panels, and so we are going to finish up making this a place for our Brahmas and get them out of the high tunnel so we can get ready to plant in there. Lots of lessons learned over the years. We want to make sure that it's secure and nothing can get in there and harm them before we even think about moving them. So coming up, this is where there was a garden spot the last couple of years. Right now I have sheep over there. But we also have green stalk planters, and then we have multiple raised beds, plus the 2 greenhouses. So I was just going to show you what I'm looking at as far as what I need to prepare for our spring garden, and you know, what I do have room for, and how many beds I actually have. So as you've seen, one of my raised beds does have strawberries in it, and then there's another that has garlic in it too. So those we won't have to worry about as far as figuring out what we're going to plant. Happy Sunday. I'm just taking a break between church and feeding and going back to church, but I just wanted to share with you for a few minutes. So I went out, looked at all the garden spots, looked at all the raised beds, tried to figure out how many raised beds we had that we need to plant in them. We have some that have strawberries in them already, some that have some herbs in them out at the cottage garden. So I'm thinking we have about 8 raised beds to plant. I know we have 2 more that we have purchased that we will add as well. We also have 2 greenhouses. One of them is just a small greenhouse, and the other one is a very large high tunnel. And then we have another garden spot, which right now my sheep are out in that garden spot, but we will move those and till that up. Last year we planted beans and corn in there, I believe. So our 2 greenhouses we use for tomatoes. The smaller one I usually plant paste and Roma tomatoes in there, like an Amish paste tomato for salsa and spaghetti sauce. And then in the big greenhouse we plant tomatoes. That greenhouse is fairly new to us. We planted last year the first time. I think we had it put up in November before last. So we did tomatoes in that last year. Pretty good success. There was some lessons learned. We planted the rows too close together. We're going to do a little different this year and actually put up livestock panels to attach them to. Last year we hung strings from the top and worked them that way. But in years past we've always done Jet Star tomatoes. They're a hybrid tomato. We started buying them from the FFA several years ago when the kids would plant, and we really liked the tomato, but the last couple of years they've just not done as well. So I think we'll change up the variety that we plant out in the high tunnel. So I was just sitting down this afternoon trying to figure out what we were going to plant for the year, what seeds I needed to order, and the truth about it is I probably don't need to order a whole lot of seeds, but I was just going to share with you some of my favorite places to order. So we do order from Baker Creek. That's a heirloom seed company. I do order a few things from Gurney's, especially like in the past I've ordered asparagus, live plants, those type of things. And then Harris Seed Company, I also order from them. I think that's where I usually get those Jet Star tomatoes, because when we would order them, we'd order, 100 or 500 seeds at a time. So another place that I really like to order my seeds from is Haas Tools. They're great. I love their seeds, their variety. And so I often order a lot of flowers from them as well. So just to give you an idea of what I've got, I have a huge tote here that has seeds in them. This is where I keep my seeds. It's not the best way to categorize them, I guess. But so this year, I think Jeff and I talked yesterday. It's supposed to be fairly warm in February. Our greenhouses are not heated, and so we have to be careful what we do plant in there. But I think what we're going to do is go ahead and plant green beans in there. We actually have our Brahma chickens in there right now, so we're in the process of moving them and finishing up their chicken coop, because I don't want to put them with the rest of my mixed chickens. So as soon as we get them out of there, I think we're going to go ahead and plant green beans in the high tunnel. We usually do those in the garden where the sheep are right now as well, and we probably will. But green beans really need warmer soil when you plant them for them to thrive. So we plant Blue Lake bush beans. That's our favorite. We don't really plant any pole beans, and so I have plenty of Blue Lake bush beans. We are good to go on that. I don't think we'll need any more for the year. There's some more. I've got plenty of those. But we do seed save a lot, and so like this is a melon that we've seed saved from. And then what I have done is within the tote, these are all the carrots, all the beet seeds, different varieties. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look and see. That's a kale, which some of the kale and stuff like that are loose in here because I took a chance and planted them in the fall, and I haven't put them back in the bags. And we had a very good fall garden as well. So we have plenty of cauliflower, cabbage. So I really think the only thing I probably need this year, I'm going to try to do some flowers again so I don't have to purchase flowers. And I need to get those started as well. Marigolds and stuff like that. So I have broccoli, some more kale, which that one went in with there, Brussels sprouts, all kinds of pumpkins and squash. We will do zucchini and summer squash, but as far as pumpkins go, we've tried them several years in a row, and unless they're just volunteering, they've come up somewhere where we've dumped out in the field, I don't have very good luck with them. So I'm not sure that we would waste a spot for those. Also, last year I bought a lot of these little picks to put in the soil when I plant them in my, so I can mark what my seeds are, what I've got planted. I do have a huge bag of miscellaneous seed saved seeds. There's a pumpkin seed, banana pink, winter squash, banana pink, winter squash, summer squash, so jalapeno peppers. So we have a large bag of those. I also have a large bag of herbs, but I don't know that I need a whole lot of herbs. Most of my herbs do come back year after year, even if they're just annuals. And when the spring comes around, I'll take you on a tour of my herb garden, my medicinal herbs. They're out of control and they're absolutely beautiful. But I really don't know that I may plant some parsley if it doesn't come back. But other than that, that's probably all I have to plant. But I just wanted to bring you along, let you know that we're thinking about spring. I am going to probably start onions this week, as well as maybe some cold weather plants. And so when I start putting those and planting those seeds in the dirt, I will absolutely share that with you. So thank you and have a great Sunday.